Cabos.
Hmm.
First
What
off,
count? What counts as a spell component?
the magic words is mostly what you'll be growling.
Hmm.
Basically, the parts of a spell, the components thereof. Gosh, would we have kept the concept if Gygax hadn't had such a weird vocabulary and he just called them the spell parts?
Hmm. It's just components usually says to me like the material components.
I don't know. I don't think the system cares. It again, it goes
Yeah.
the 4E route of the
Hmm.
flavor is yours. It
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter if they're unlike Pathfinder 2e, which splits them all up and makes goofy rules for them. And there's some weird things with that. That yeah, I forgot what it was, but there was something with verbal that made it goofy.
Hmm.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't remember.
you found a letter offering a paying job. 100 coins. It's not. It's not one of those settings where they're called crowns.
Hmm.
Actually, is it?
Off-users.
It might be. Everyone has their own names.
It's 100 shinies.
100 glitching coins. They're freshly polished for no adequately explained reason.
100 marks.
Delightful. I love that there's just the party overview has a section for your icon relationships. That's so cute. Oh yeah, you should roll those. As in, go to the left side and just roll all of them. 5s and 6s are what you're looking for.
Well,
How do
I definitely rolled. Hey, there you go.
Hey, I got a 5.
Oh man, the overview table even shows me that you have one. That's awesome.
Oh hey, I got the 5.
Things are looking a little complicated.
Yeah.
I rolled a double 1 on the one I have 2 of.
Hmm. Oh, more complicated bandages.
Golfroom is having a very interesting day.
Yes, I see that.
Complicated relationship with the Emperor, indeed. As you're entering his town. Oh, God. I see that it's very literal with how it interprets words. So give me a moment. I need to make sure this all adds up. Wait, where's the Emperor on this list? Is he just not here? I just want to know if it's Emperor or the Emperor.
The Emperor.
It is the Emperor. Oh yeah, they're all the. So whoever has that's Golfram. No. That is Quarian. Quarian, can you please write the Emperor so that it properly merges them on my list?
Oh, I didn't.
Also, same goes for Iambic. Like, just add the to all of them. That way, when they all get listed, I get a better overview. Because right now, it's got the Emperor for Golfram and also Emperor for... Yeah. Now it's doing it the right way. Oh, this looks way better.
So the High Druid and the Archmage.
See, this works way better. Now it's just a table of 5 entries. Delightful. Thank you very much. The City of Axis. Such a funny name, ain't it? Axis. The axle of the world. The center point around which all things spin. The greatest trade city in all of the Azure Sea. Well, it's actually... Oh, no, wait. Why did it say the Azure? Oh, I read it wrong. No, the Azure Bay. Of the Midlands Sea, within which lies Oman. But that is not relevant. It is a massive trade hub connected to a beautiful river located along, well, nearby enough at least, several other major cities of huge strength. It is indeed a place where many things happen. Ooh, I'm in the wrong place. Let's go down here. I still love this section. That's like the amphitheater is this, and an arena is that, and it's cute if your characters know the difference. Welcome to Axis. Oh, that's great. Axis is not like a lot of other cities in most other games where they are more restrained and contained. Axis is located by the Azure Bay, deep blue waters, on the Bronze River, from which long ago bronze was shipped up and down. The shattered outer remnants of an ancient Oh wait. The city itself is surrounded by the shattered remains of an ancient volcano. It is penetrated by access tunnels and carved into the which excuse me, the tunnels are carved into the flowing forest. My brain is like half on. I had a bad night. I don't know why. The towering crater walls shelter the majestic cities of barracks and palaces. It constantly echoes of the clang of the blade, the clatter of horseshoes, and, of course, the drilling of soldiers' boots. Dragons of metal kind soar overhead, their scales glittering in the sun, creating a daytime starry spectacle. Through the gates, one can see the many armies marching on. Everyone is sort of welcome here, for the most part, if you can keep your head down. These armies often stride out to keep the local area clean. If you want to be an adventurer, you're not going to be fighting anyone that's on the outskirts of town, because those get cleared out already. You know how I recall that what was it again? What was it again? I think it was Sword and Sorcery. There was a counter movement in the early D&D era, which was like, why would there be dungeons? Why wouldn't kings clear it out themselves and keep it all for themselves? And it was so lame. And this is that. But there's also bigger threats that armies can't handle. Or, more privately located threats like my basement is full of rats.
And also, they don't want to spread the army too thin when there's giant monsters around.
There might be dragons flying overhead, but if they're flying over here, they're probably bad dragons flying somewhere else. The first thing you'll notice is that it's very well defended. The walls are great. The detachments are always ready and alert. Only the finest people make it onto the Imperial Guard, of which there are 13 detachments. Quite a few men. They close the gap between the Cater shards with mithril mesh curtains in response to a high alert, turning the old volcano into a seamless wall. Goodness me.
And we're supposed to get through the highly secure area to
because it's
go
still
to the amphitheater.
Because it's still a town and people still live here.
Yeah.
So you are surrounded on all sides by individuals who are plying their trades, pawning themselves and the guard on high alert, as well as those of criminal intent slinking in and out of crowds with sneaky grins upon their faces. Soon enough, you approach the crown of Axis. Goodness me, there's so many places. Salt pork. See, I love that they know that salted pork, one of the old foods of the the old day and age. Ooh, the gold coins here are called imps. Ain't that something?
Little imps.
Ho ho ho. I'll keep this in mind for later. As you ride your way in, upon the horses that have rested, you soon see the crown of Axis. This entire arena is covered, side to side. Why is my throat still acting up when I have no other issues? It is covered side to side in scaffolding. The scaffolding, in turn, are covered in, large rags. They cover them up so that you get some shade while you're standing in there, otherwise you're exposed to the outside world. The large arena is just covered in labor. People working on all sides, bricks being brought in, fresh mortar, and all kinds of paints. People in and out. Food being eaten by rows of individuals sitting on beams yet to be used. The place is alive. And naturally, there's, of course, those who take advantage of such a situation, opening their more mobile stalls, setting down their big boiling pots, and offering a bit more of a change of pace, if so desired. You know from the little piece of paper you found. You're looking for someone called Orna Throng, supposedly the newest manager of the Crown of Axis, one of the city's 13 gladiatorial amphitheaters. You stand a wash of people. Finding this person shouldn't be too hard, but there's so many people.
Always talk to the soldiers. At least one of them would probably point us the right direction. And, just flex the contacts a little bit.
You approach an individual who seems to be keeping a watch. They're all over the place, and it's hard to tell if anyone actually belongs to any of the destinations they're standing in front of, or if they're just scattered around evenly. the guard. Jesus. See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You are pointed in the direction of a middle-aged woman of the red wastes. Her skin is dark and somewhat reddened, as if she has a sunburn just everywhere. She is also muscular and tall standing.
Probably shouldn't, since it wasn't a sealed note, probably shouldn't just go and scream out that we're here for her job, and instead probably just show the letter, and hopefully she gets what the letter is. I don't remember which one of us was holding onto the letter.
Doesn't really matter. It's not an item in your inventory, so whoever has it has it. On that note, Quarian, can you roll me Quartermaster plus Wisdom?
That's maybe that's gonna be +2 afterwards, but Quartermaster. There you go. Oh, nice, it actually has the pop-up.
I also want one from Golfram, Intelligence Dwarfish Mason. Ooh, Quarian. Your particular eagle eye. You have seen plenty of soldiers who get rid of wedding rings. You know, and they have those indentations on their fingers. She is one of them. She has, like, on one of her hands, as she's pointing around, you can see that she has an indent of where a large ring would have sat. Mason noticed nothing of particular importance. Well, what do you ask of her? Because if you want this job, she's not going to give it to some rando that just walked up to her and stands there awkwardly.
Her not having the ring anymore could either mean no more husband, or she doesn't want to know about it, but for now it's mostly just going to be taking the letter and, you know, just quietly, while nobody's looking, saying we're taking the job. Assuming there's a manner of secrecy, considering we almost got assassinated for it.
As you whisper this information to her, she quickly glances around and whispers something back to you. To meet her at the Golden Goblin, she has an office there. She'll give you the full details. Beats standing out in the sun. She provides you some
Since
directions to it as well. It's right around the corner. It's like a block away.
it probably shouldn't stick around and go straight there. The sooner we get started with the job and learning the details, the sooner we can get to earning our coin and maybe getting enough money to sleep in a comfortable bed.
She'll be there in a minute. Maybe take your feet off the ground. You look like you've been walking all day.
That's because we have, sadly.
Unless you have anything further to ask, we'll just assume that you're heading to the Golden Goblin?
Yeah.
I don't want to risk being too forward with somebody I don't know who is related to an employer, so I'm not going to ask about the ring indent yet. Just keep it in mind for now.
The Golden Goblin, as you walk back through the streets, soon looms upwards. Like many other structures here, it is tall and imposing, but definitely not the first thing that was here. There are signs that were drilled in or hung up, having left their mark from years of rain, sun exposure, and more. Basically, every building looks kind of like they got a mishmash of bikini tans and lot. The inside of the Golden Goblin is filled with excitement. There are individuals playing instruments. There are a few wizards performing magical arts at one another in some sort of contest over a large pile of money. And furthermore, there are, of course, those who are having big daring acts like, ooh, I can bounce 2 barrels off my belly. The whole situation is quite alive. If you want to, you could kill some time, or you could simply wait for time to pass its leisurely pace.
Probably kill some time with a little bit of just a small meal and maybe polishing my helmet a little bit. Make sure it's nice and prepared.
Goodness me.
So what kind of contests are there?
As mentioned, there are individuals who are performing the arts of physical strength. They're showing off to one another what they can do, constantly raising the stakes. There's also some usual hand pressing, arm wrestling. And then, of course, there's a few wizards who seem to have set up a series of contests in which it's sort of like rock, paper, scissors. You have to choose whatever. You must create a spectacular effect. You must basically like wand dueling, where you try to overpower the other through trickery of magic, or the somewhat more basic thing of trying to recite the longest spell you can before you run out of breath.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely try for that last one.
Oh, that's great. Gotham, what do you engage with?
Actually, I'm just a bit hungry, so I'm going to try to convince one of my companions to buy me a meal.
Bokorian's
You
already
can-
having one, so
You can have a little bit of mine.
fine. Iambic, you engage in the wizarding duel. You must, however, first pledge some of your money as well to the pile of coins.
Ah, all right.
It's a double or nothing deal, and the most you can put down is 10 gold.
I'll put down 10 kind of old-looking coins. Pull out of my pockets.
The guy sitting next to the stack was like a little glasses, like little itty bitty round ones. That's 10 imps. 10 imps on the new guy.
Yep, and I see you with 10 gold coins. Yeah.
One of the wizards stands up. I've yet to play for mine. He's wearing a star-speckled robe, and his wand is kind of crooked, kind of goes every which way before it points forward again.
Crowns.
And I'll be the one to show you, newbie, who the real wizard around here is. This man obviously uses beard wax. It glistens in the torchlight. But I'm nice to the newbies. You decide which of our three fine, well, they are not games, they are refined arts of the wizards we shall engage with to determine the true strong one. Every time he brushes his beard, a huge amount of the greasy wax gets stuck to it.
Oh. Oh, wizards, honestly.
This man grabs his casting wand with that hand. Well, Belmore, remember, you can either make a spectacle, you can try to outwit your opponent, or recite the longest spell you know in one breath.
Yep. Well, I got a lot of breath on me.
All right. I'd say
Gotta go for that.
that's ancient mystic constitution. Because an old mystic would know big words, and con because, well, it's all in the lungs, buckaboo.
Oh, yeah. By the way, care to guess how long the longest word is?
I don't even want to know. I know that there's, like, it depends on if you consider words that are, like, weird compound chemistry terms or whatever, but
This is very much a weird compound chemistry
I
term.
mean, it is a magical spell, yes.
Any guesses how long the longest word takes to pronounce?
No, but I think it's like 150 characters or something. Or
Oh
oh no, Belmore, no.
Oh no. I was gonna say something like 25 or 30 characters.
no. The longest word has 189,890 letters and takes 3 hours to pronounce.
What?
The Wikipedia says attempts to say the entire word have taken 2 to 3.5 hours. Oh,
They didn't even finish.
The longest published word is only 1900 and is the chemical name of E. coli. TRPA.
I just found this chemical name of Titan.
Anti-de-establishmentarianism. Goodness me, this is silly.
It takes a while to scroll through this name.
I love how it's like longest known word by orders of magnitude. By over. Oh, you can click it. Oh, you can. Oh, geez, sweet Jesus! You can click it, and it just never. There's a lot of L's and Y's in there. This thing upsets. This thing probably upsets like the what's it called? The letter frequencies.
There's a lot of glutamine in it.
Glutamine. The third most abundant protein in muscle. Anyway, can you roll me your fine wizarding check?
Oh, yeah.
As you decide to recite one hell of a spell. Sweet Jesus.
There we go.
Well, I don't know what spell you're reciting, but you're not done by the time that your future employer comes by.
Oh.
At which point they give it to you by default because you have to leave.
Okay, we get it. Please, just let's stop.
We want to play too.
But wait, I wasn't done yet. Still...
I don't even want to know how your lungs store that much air.
Oh, it's all in the beard.
It's all in the beard.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have little guys living there who can pump air into me when needed.
Just tiny fleas with bicycle pumps.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. You are taken soon enough to Orina's little office. It is about what you'd expect from a little office that's just in an inn. There's a table, there's a chair for her, and standing space for you. The papers are relatively straightforward, showing some blueprints of the structure, and it sort of guesses what the underground area looks like. The warrens are important. They are nothing to neglect. The toilets are located there. The prison gladiators are kept there. Repair stations and equipment rooms are kept down there. It looks very important. And it also looks like there have been a frustrating amount of deaths down there. As the map shows, like little X's where people presumably paid with their lives, since that's where they're like located in these circles, you know. Like you can't go further than this before trouble starts to show up.
Yeah, that's a lot of X's. Well, on the bright side, we can probably get a bonus for recovering important
Things.
memorabilia of fallen workers and previous fighters.
Orna puts one of her arms like on the table and leans forward. All right, you lot. You don't exactly look like the big guys I need, but at this point I'm willing to try anything that's coming my way. Okay, so fun fact. The Crown of Axis, one of the big, fancy 13 arenas. One of the official ones. One of the only 13 official ones. I buy it. Because, you know, used to be legendary. Oh, you've never heard of Gorna the Hammer, have you?
That does not ring a bell at all.
My grandmother, hell of a name back in the day.
Oh.
Unfortunately, at some point, a bunch of newbies started to hire the place, rent it out, make a whole bunch of big mistakes. Never got the top, never got the muscle, never got the good bards, never got the good announcers. Everything went terrible, closes down. So, I come along, buy it up, find out that it's been a little longer than just a few months since it closed down like the guy who sold it to me said it was. And I already scheduled the grand opening because it takes a little while to get the money together to buy the place and actually begin formal inspection, so I thought I'd already take care of all the other stuff too, so what do you think? What do you think turns out? There's some criminals living down there. Crew of thieves and cutthroats. Call themselves the Dead Flowers. They wear this awful flowery perfume. Ugh.
Hmm.
The warrens are important. They're full of things that I need. They're also a place where I'm going to be keeping my money. So take a guess why I want you to clear it out. There might still be some money there. Now, I want this taken care of quickly and quietly. Unfortunately, due to the fact that this is all going up shit creek and I need more money, I'm not even the owner anymore. I was gonna reopen. Okay, 100 gold pieces ahead, and you get tickets to the grand opening. Reserved seats in the second tier, food and drink. You can also find pretty much.
Alright.
You can also keep whatever you find down there, unless it happens to be stamped to the owners. So, go have fun. It's probably all old rusted garbage anyway.
That sounds completely fair to me.
So you have thieves in your treasure vaults.
I have
Living in them.
thieves in my smithy and my
Mm.
cells. Now,
Yeah.
normally you'd want thieves to be there. I know, don't snark me. But these thieves are in unlocked cells. That's a bad thing.
Yep.
Well, on the bright side, if we end up knocking any of them out, it's pretty easy to lock them away. So convenient, even.
All right.
Do
I'm
you
gonna-
want thief?
I'm willing to offer a plot point, which is a reroll, or 2 for a reroll, but it's a d10 plus 10. But here's how it works. One of you has a personal reason to be here. One of you personally knows this place and has some sort of connection that ties them to it that makes them interested in this. It can come from a background. It can come from an icon that you have a relationship with. It can be tied to your unique thing. But there's a reason you, privately, personally, want to see this place back in action.
Could be.
So, do we have to choose whether it is among ourselves?
Yes.
Like
the point can be used by anyone, so don't worry about that part.
Guess I'd be most likely to have a link.
Guess technically.
Thinking maybe this was a town I was garrisoned in, and only got to see the show when it was running under the horrible management before. And now that I've got some free time again, I wanted to go back to its former glory so I can at least see it once.
You want to see what those other guys were all talking about. They were talking about the big show. You want to see that one. Excellent. All right. The full heal up rules are the same as always. If you muck around too much and don't, do enough work before you leave, odds are they'll figure out what's going on and they'll have too many resources left and they'll just barricade themselves in. So remember, you can't just go outside and get a full rest whenever the hell you feel like it.
Right.
So take your short rests, get your recoveries all spent, and just buy some Gandhi if you need the extra energy. She then
Andy
hands
makes
you.
your teeth rot.
She then hands you a big, chunky iron key that will let you in through Area A on the map. One of them is sealed. It's almost entirely caved in. She'll clear it out later. So you'll be coming in from West A.
Right.
Well,
Well,
any other further questions?
are there any other entrances or exits besides the entrance we're taking?
Well, unless you plan to dig through the floor, no.
Good. It means we can corral them in. Make sure we get it all cleared out before they get the chance to call out for help to any outside associates.
Judging from what I heard, they are the outside associates. As in, they're all already down there.
So
Alright.
to make it simple, we just go down there and kill what we see.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple enough.
Still, it might be worth looking for any information we can glean down there as well. Criminals don't tend to work entirely alone.
Well,
If nothing else, we can get a little bonus by handing in some tips to the guards.
Well, I'm sure you'll make a whole lot of friends clearing out some whatever goons who've caused whatever trouble. But all I care about is that my beautiful little arena is operational again.
Oh,
Mm.
that's going to be taken care of. Absolutely.
Yep.
And do we have to take out the corpses, or are you taking care of that?
She doesn't really care. They'll be
I-
taken care of one way or another.
Hmm.
Could always be feed for the animals. Right, I think that's all the questions I had.
Like
I
from
don't
her
know,
perspective, it's like if
that's
you
like
kill
that problem.
everyone, then they can do it themselves, and if you kill everyone and take them out, then it's like you're not saving me that much time.
Yeah, just making sure. Could use a little bit of coin. Yeah, I think I'm good for the job.
Yeah, sounds
Not
straightforward enough.
Yeah, and just to clarify, it's 100 gold per head.
100 gold per head, yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Well,
Alright.
fantastic. Let's go. Let's have a rest and go, I suppose.
just take a very short break. We could probably take them by surprise by going in through the cover of night.
Hmm.
You mean when criminals are most active?
Yes.
Yeah, but they never expect it.
Fair enough.
What are the chances of some random guard knocking at the door of a criminal hideout in the middle of their most active hours?
I mean,
Yes, there's some logic to that. They will be more wary during the day.
I'm not known for being smart. I'm just.
I might be stupid.
I might be stupid, but they never expect it.
Okay, listen. I have a picture that I need to pull up now that I said that, because it is what I just said. I might be stupid. Where is that stupid dog? Who's slightly JPEG fried. There it is. Look at him. I may be stupid.
Yep, that's essentially.
There's no but. He's just kind of dumb. Oh, he's so sharp. Oh, all
I
right,
may be stupid and oblivious and too sure of myself.
all right. Secret rolls happen as you enter into the Wardens. You are shown. You are shown to a section in the front, like the west entrance, where the passages go down under the stands, which eventually unite into this long, wide passageway, where eventually you'll find yourself in front of a locked grate.
Hmm.
The air is thick. It is clammy. It's mostly very humid and not as warm as upstairs. It's dark, but I presume that you have light sources. Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the key to that first section at least.
You've definitely got the key to the front door. But first, what trouble lies ahead?
We don't
I
know.
have light.
Oh.
Ooh. Let's take a look-see. Ooh. Okay, what am I... Oh, this table's a bit more complex than I thought it was. Chose battles... Okay, do not use... Okay. Okay. I think I got what's going on here. Anyway, you're standing in front of this beautifully graded door.
Hmm.
You have a key. You also have a light source that gives you sufficient light that you know, you can see the grating and its shadow cast upon the wall.
Oh. Going to try opening the door and walking through. Not too worried about stealthing around, considering light source in a dark place, they'll see us before they hear us.
Hmm. Yeah. There's that.
And it's not like any of us could see in the dark anyways, so.
Um, yeah. So the first is that a door or a gate? You said.
I think it's the one we have the key to, so we should
Yes.
just be able to
It's iron grate on a
slam it
hinge.
open.
Kind of rusty, but it'll do.
Hmm.
Probably.
Does the door seem dusty or not? Or just a plain old door?
It's a rusty old door. But are you want to see if like the hinges are like rusty enough for what they should be?
I just want to see if
Has been
the
used.
criminals are used to be going through that door or not.
Okay. Can I pull out some of like a little oil canister to oil up those hinges a bit? They look bit creaky.
I mean, fair enough. You take the necessary precautions to make sure that this rusty old thing doesn't get anyone's attention. That's not a magic trick. And I don't think
Yeah,
that's unreasonable.
a little oil.
A little oil saves the spoil.
This is why you always carry a flask of oil with you.
It is,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I
Well,
think we are ready. Are you ready?
yeah.
Ready to kick the door in.
I try quiet approach first.
I'll stay in the back while you try the quiet approach. I'm not exactly stealthy.
Me neither.
Oh, just they tiptoes for a little bit, and try not to clank too much.
I use key on door.
Clink.
Just gonna walk on through. And let the others.
Cobwebs and piles of dust cover the corners, as well as bones of old bodies.
Ah, damn dust.
Bones. Huh.
A large lever, which appears to be rusted in place, sits beside a large set of double doors which are open. You can see all the way ahead to another portcullis, which is slightly ajar and almost certainly not locked as a result. I mean, you can lock a door that's open, but it won't do anything.
I will say that's absolutely going to be a trap. This reeks of us getting locked in.
It's
So
so
we need it.
smelly.
We need at least one of us, because if they have somebody on guarding, they'll probably have it on the other side to lock us in. So we need somebody to stay on this side to pull the lever down if we get locked in.
Well, I can blast them with magic from afar, so
Just long enough for us to get to the other side and make sure it's safe.
yeah. I can hang back with the lever.
Alright, well, I'll trust you with it then. And I'm gonna start walking in. Hopefully.
Do
I've,
we
I've
see anything? Yeah.
As you walk into this room, you are surrounded by 6 pillars in the corners. There are 2 distinct, dust trails that go from one set of doors to the other. But as you enter, so too, on the other side, do a whole bunch of people just suddenly spill in. One of them gives a cry and a hand signal, and you hear the crunch of a lever, the door sealing shut. You are stuck in a room with 7 ratmen and their twitchy boss, who gives a nice
Oh,
that just reeked of an ambush.
You're a long way from the surface, boys! Oh, excuse me, I should only have 1 ratman. They're all mooks. They're all mooks. Alright. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Corian. Most of these foul fiends descend upon you instantaneously. As the door behind you slowly creaks shut, Iambic's light begins to fade. But these boys brought their own light. They can't see in the dark. So,
Man, I rolled poorly.
whoosh,
Oh.
whoosh, whoosh.
Bear with me. Can't see actually what I rolled.
3 other ones try to go for the guy in the back.
I'm surrounded. Good, that means I can't miss.
That means I can't. Oh, well, I should probably roll these in public so you can all see what's going on. All right. Don't get too sassy with me. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh,
That also means they can't miss me. Ow.
Let's see. You
That's such-
take.
it's all the clubbing.
That's 14 damage. Oh, and you take 1 1 damage each time you make a non-basic attack. A save ends, which will happen on your turn. Don't worry about it. Then we have 3 attacks against good old-fashioned Golfum. Golfum, they're coming for you. 2, 3. Oh, wrong dude. Wrong dude. Golfum, you two end up hurting with 14 damage. Oh, ow.
Oh.
Give me a moment, and here you go. You've been given an opening barrage and batter by the sudden ambush that charged towards you, but now, Golfum, it is your time to return the punishment. Cut through these fools.
There are many of them. Well, since I'm being startled, I'm just going to start attacking the one on the front of me. The one in front of me.
Fantastic choice.
So I suppose I need to.
If nothing else, we might hit him hard. Nice.
And the 16 allows me to do what again? It allows me to use a Warrior's Blessing.
Yes, you can hover over your things and it instantly shows you, which is nice. There's also Spirits of the Land.
No, it's 18 plus.
Oh, sorry. I thought, okay. You regain some of your combat vigor as you land a pretty fine blow. Quarian. What do you do?
I'm going to swing towards this one simply because this way, even if I overswing or underswing, I get to hit one of the other two.
You're just gonna go for a big, broad sweep. Whoosh.
Big broad sweep of a mace. Nice.
Well, you can always spend a plot point to reroll if you
I'm
want
going to use the plot point. There, that's more like it.
You gain a command point and you do 3 damage.
Even if it is not amazing, it's
It's not amazing, though. You've got some command points slowly building up.
2.
The twitchy man in the back. Oh. Which one?
Don't have any tactics I can use just yet.
He slips, he slides, he moves around through the shadows. He appears behind Quarian out of nowhere. He holds high
Nani?
a large hammer for a crit.
Well, in that case, I can at least use as a reaction Never Say Die, which once per battle, when an enemy scores a critical hit, bring up the escalation die.
Well, he still hits you for 10. Ow! In addition, on a natural even hit, you take a -4 to all of your defenses, with your move action ends, which will basically mean it ends on your next turn. And Twitch makes a got him.
Oh. No.
I got him. You just got gutted.
I am being absolutely minced in here.
For sure. I did read this chart right. I'm sure I read this chart right. I find it very funny, one thing though, that this particular chart is so involved for like determining what I'm supposed to throw at you. Because it has a there's a modifier for if you're using a specific character in this, and then there's a modifier that tells you not to use another specific character. I am being spectacular. The door is slowly closing. With one hand, you keep the door open, and with the other, you may take your action.
Okay. Is the escalation die now 1 or 2? Because of the never say die.
Oh yeah, it's still turn 1, so it would be 0 for now, but so it's
Right.
still escalation dice 1.
So it's 1 then.
Right.
No
Okay.
cyclic, no. I know you were hoping for that one.
Okay. Gonna go for color spray. Try and thin this horde, hopefully.
Nothing better than a wizard against a bunch of mooks. Oh, sweet Jesus!
Against 4. Sweet. So,
Oh,
The mooks are so they forget all about you. They plunge themselves completely onto these poor martial mooks that they believe they're about to just slam out. And then whoosh, comes your mighty spritz of power. Oh, sweet Jesus, that's actually... Okay, so 9 damage means that you just remove 9 of them from the fight. Immediately.
right?
So, okay, which one are you? Okay, I need to keep this guy around because he's part of the...
So
Other than
you just
him-
give, everyone a seizure. That's it.
Pretty much. A wave
That-
of colors blasts them away because their MD is 12, so all of those hit.
death by flashbang.
Back, foul Redman.
Gosh, you almost look like a cleric warding off criminals. Turn criminal.
Oh,
Holy-
is the portcullis still lowering?
No, you can take your move action to just keep the lever intact.
Okay, I was just wondering because I can cast cantrips as quick actions, so I was gonna argue that the lever is bought the door and try to
You can do that,
Okay.
yes.
some of my little impish guys to go and smack that lever.
Well, then you still have your move action if you want to spend on anything. But right now you are unengaged with anyone.
Yeah, I like that. Just gonna standing here just in case.
The mooks and minions are in disarray. Quarian,
That's good.
you gain attack of opportunities as they peel off to rush the wizard, eager to get their revenge. However, Golfum is somewhat in the way as well.
Oh, that was actually a good hit.
Your blade strikes and trips. Blech. The Ratman falls and no longer fights. However, this remaining fella,
Satisfying crunch of the ribs.
let's see. Oh, what a hit! What a hit! What a poor innocent man getting clubbed by a rat. The last one, of course, will maintain his fighting position with good old-fashioned Golfum. Mias. Golfum. The 2 Ratmen engage with you. One is swinging adamantly towards the man behind you. The other has taken a swing at you, but you are fine for now, having taken no damage on this turn.
Yes. Is it possible to go there to attack the considerate
Yes.
Twitch?
It's a big brawl. You can go there.
Oh, I'm going there, and I'm still trying to attack him simply
Teach him a lesson.
because my action comes after I roll. And on 11, this is the other power that triggers, so Ancestral Guidance with a tiny bit of extra damage.
Wait a minute. Wait one. Gosh diddly darn minute. I just noticed something about your attack that I am not happy with.
Mm-hmm.
If you're paying attention, you might notice you are not using escalation die.
Ah,
See, it says 11 plus 3 plus 3, and I think one of those plus... Or is that just the combined everything? It should be your...
Well, I think
That's a
it's
really weird way to do it.
1 plus 3 is the strength, and the
Give me a
and
moment.
yes,
Give me a moment.
Hmm.
I'm wondering how this works. Let's take a look. Okay, no, the second number just appears to be this weird composite of your level and the escalation die. Okay, so it does
Okay.
consider it. Well, in that case, you miss.
Try again.
I'm missing. Ah,
He has a big armor class. He's a big boy. He's not a mook.
Give it another go. I'm gonna use try again to reroll that dice.
so I should still be doing 4 damage to him. That's something.
But you can also re-roll because your friend just said you can try again.
Oh, I can try again. Well, okay, I'm going to try again.
I got 2 command points. We may as well use them. That's
18. Oh, with a shiny effect. So, well, I can try to use my spirits of the land in that case, which means that next turn I'm going to cast a spell fast at him.
Even if you don't normally know that spell.
Yes. So, what kind of spell are you allowing me? Plains, mountains, caves,
Well, it's mostly ruins and underground. It's not
ruins.
really a cave.
So I'm going to check the
Okay.
spell for caves. It's only for next turn, so my turn ends here.
Unfortunately, the spell land does require that you match, even though your cantrip does not require that.
Hmm.
You're a little at will.
So yes, I'm going to cast Inevitable Collapse on next turn.
I would like to warn you for an important thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a CQC spell. So you will trigger everyone just trying to bonk you if you do this. I think.
Oh no, it's I don't know. It's a quick spell. It's cast in addition to my attack.
Okay.
Though, so I don't know if it triggers or not. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna look that one up. How about that? We'll put that on the stack of things to look up. I'll just say that it's fine for now because in 3.5 I think swift actions don't provoke. So
Essentially, Spirits of the Land allows me to do 2 action next turn, 1 attack and
oh
a quick spell.
oh during your next turn. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's so
so
weird. All right, all right, all right. Anything else I need to know other than the 7 damage you dealt? Corian,
no.
what would you like?
Filling the room around the terrain and
I'm
penalizing
gonna.
energy.
I'm
Channelizing.
going. Oh, here you go.
So
Yeah, I'm going to take my revenge on our dear little considerate Twitch. Well, I do actually want to, if possible, keep them alive. Just bonk them on the face in a nice way that knocks them out. If I do manage to get them out.
The twitchy figure. It's constantly
Mm.
like.
My kidneys.
Your kidneys give you strength, apparently.
They do.
Beat them in the bits.
Now his kidneys hurt. How mean! The twitchy lizard and his big hammer feels a stab. Luckily, he has 2 kidneys, so he's fine for now. He is mostly upset, however, I mean, Golfum is the one who's about to cast a spell. He's invoking the land's strength, and he doesn't want this place collapsing down on top of him. So he kind of rears himself up and tries to bonk himself headfirst into him. That is a natural even hit. Corian, please be careful. You are... Until you make a save. Oh yeah, I need to have Corian roll that too. Ooh, don't know why, but damn it. They really should just add a button that applies damage. It's so annoying to have to right-click this thing. Everyone is staggered. Everyone is having a bad day. Iambic pentameter. Pentacular.
Yep.
Technically, no
Alright.
one is engaged with you because everyone is kind of like just jumping onto the people who are fighting Twitch and everything. It's just a big pile of people.
Yeah, but this rat man is kind of close to me.
I'll say it doesn't count.
Well, I'd like him to be kind of close to me.
Well, you can engage him, yes, and just do what you need to if you want to use your little zappy hand.
Yeah. So, gonna go for a shocking grasp
Shocking grasp.
on that guy.
That misses.
Dang it.
You take damage. Equals to the target's level. I think these are like level 2 that are level 2 mooks. So you take 2 damage. Ow! From reflux zap.
Oh, you take damage attack level. Oh, dang. Yeah.
I mean, technically you can cast it again because you still have your quick action, don't you?
Ow. Hmm.
So I could also just make you try again.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah. Try again, actually.
I mean, the
Oh.
reason it's an at will that you can cast twice a turn is probably because you're a wizard and should not be in melee with things.
But so do you have a command thing that would let
Yep.
me?
It still counts as an attack roll, therefore.
Hmm. All right. Let's roll it again.
Brrr.
Don't take 2 damage.
And he takes 5. The minions are all softened up. Everyone is nice and soft except for Iambic.
And I use that as an opportunity to disengage with him. That was a quick action. So he also gets a magic missile in his face.
That's one less minion to worry about. Automatic ouchie. However, one minion remains, and he has to deal with a very weakened Gotham, who is currently gut punched. Oh yeah, he also got to use gut. Yeah. Gotham's getting golfed, and then the minion takes his very easy swing
Yes.
and still
but
misses.
In that case, I'm going to use my "That's your best shot" ability and use a recovery on myself.
Spit on the ground and tell him that you're not done yet.
I'm also going to use rally now to let him rally as a free action later.
Okay. How do I roll a recovery again?
At the top, after your defenses, there's like a little
Yes.
button.
So normal recovery. Yay!
Corian also apparently wants to give you
Rally now.
Yeah. But that is
So
on
is
his
it
turn, and it
is
isn't
it my
yet.
turn yet?
No. So the Ratman goes for the back of your head with a spike club. I think he missed because he rolled an 8, so you're good. And now it's Golfum's turn, and now Golfum can take that recovery with an extra 4 recovery if you know Corian still wants to spend it like that.
Yes.
Golfum, please spend a recovery and add 4 hit points.
Add 4.
Unless you don't want to. I mean, you can always say no to him.
No, I'm recovering.
Add
That's
4.
good.
Let me add those 4 for you, bucko.
No, I did add them. I did a +4, I think.
Yeah, 1d10 plus 3 plus 4. In the thing.
Golfum is reinvigorated, and he still has his whole turn left.
Yes. So I'm going to start with my quick spell. So that's inevitable collapse on the considerate Twitch. No use left. Yes.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, wait. I'm sorry. What is it? No, it's not inevitable collapse. I'm sorry. I'm messing things up.
To be fair, it's very involved.
Let me check the rule.
The Big Muddy, what a name. I mean, you are in a ruin, so it technically does count.
Oh, it's Ruination. I'm not sure I have the spell available.
Ruination.
Where is my Ruination? Yes,
Oh.
I'm not seeing my Ruination.
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at when I go into the Druid import section. Jesus.
I'm going to look for it.
Oh, here it is. A terrain feat spell. Ranged spell. Nearby enemy with the highest mid. You don't have to be able to see them. Goodness me. What a magical effect. Bum 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 bum. Let me look up Ruination here. Monsters, cities, and court classes. Druid. Terrain caster.
I can't seem to find.
You can't seem to find it in the import powers. Let me put it in it for you. Here you go. Oh, it's under your per battle. Now. That's the one you were looking for, right?
Which one did you link it?
Ruination.
Yes, Ruination. It's the cantrip from
Oh, you
ruin,
can use
spells.
terrain caster like that. That's awesome.
Yes, actually, the Spirits of the Land allows me to use one cantrip quickly on the
Cool.
next turn. That's
All
the thing.
right. Well, give me the goods. I've imported it on your character sheet. It should be under the per battle section, the red one.
Okay, perfect.
You get to choose which one of them it is because they both have the same md.
Oh yes, it's considered Twitch. I want to kill him.
Well, then he's down to 2 points.
It's each nearby enemy takes.
Oh.
But,
Oh, I see how this works.
It does nothing on a miss, I think.
You but you hit. I think
I hit.
yes. It's 12. They both have 12. And I think I know what the idea here is. You have to match or exceed the highest guy, and if you do, everyone gets hit. So that's pretty cool.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Consider Twitch is down to nothing. Quarian.
And I'm going to attack him in melee.
Quick action.
Try to knock him out.
Sorry,
I need to pay him back. Okay.
You gotta hit him if you want to knock him out.
Yes, I'm going to bonk him on the head to make him unconscious, unable to fight.
You don't hit him. Like I said, his AC is
One
18.
Well, 1 damage.
Oh yeah.
At least.
Now he's down to 1 hit point. Quarian, you literally cannot mess this up.
Watch me.
Go ahead, show the class.
Right. Gonna bonk with just like the pommel of the mace. Well.
You know what? You know what? Here, you get it back. Here, take it.
just tap on the temple.
You hit him for all the damage. You probably should have hit everyone else for earlier.
I'm very good at timing.
The flat of your blade goes across his head with a loud gong sound.
Down like a sack of potatoes.
That's Twitch. He's not dead, but he is like very much out of it until you decide that he should wake up again. Like someone's gonna slap him out of it.
Just going to tie him up, make sure can't open his mouth to cry for help. Recover him on the way back.
Oh no.
You stab me like that? I'm not just gonna kill you.
You prop him up in a corner and leave him for you to pick up later.
Ah. Well.
May I recommend you take your quick fixes?
I think it's a good idea, especially for me.
Dun 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 dun. Wow, good roll.
Oh, I was missing less than that.
Just a quick recovery roll.
No, you click on the button quick rest.
Ah.
It's a big red button. Can't miss it. It's all.
Oh.
I like how the max roll of 8 was like, no, I have to make a splash. Outside of, I would recommend using the quick rest button if you use any per battle and stuff, because it also takes care of those and takes care of recharge rolls and everything. You can spend more recovers if you want to, but you do not have to.
Might just choose one more. I can heal others. I can heal the rest easily, but
Oh yeah,
that was worth.
oh yeah. Since you're tying the guy up, I should probably tell you what you find in his pockets. It's only fair. About 29 gold pieces. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell Yamic Pentameter that he got his 20 coins for winning that match.
Oh, nice. Right.
I imagine they had to shove it in his pocket on the way out because he forgot.
Hmm.
He was so busy reciting. Got so into it, for the sport of it.
Yeah, well, I was interrupted.
Rude.
Big words make brain hurty.
Anyway, you now have
I
another.
got into the Elvis section of the name.
Goodness me.
Oh.
The Elvis section.
Oh, yeah.
You click the short rest button, yes, and it should automatically take care of a bunch of stuff.
So that was.
After you click rest, of course, but. Ooh.
Good. You said 29 gold?
Yes, it should be 29 gold you find on him. 14 in pouches of cash and 15 in some stitched emergency funds. Which for some reason I missed the DS, so it's emergency fund. That's a nice almost 30 imps on you. Even as you have him tied up and he's unconscious, his body still twitches a little bit. He's alive, but like... The poor man's nervous twitches just do not end.
Just gonna make sure he doesn't bleed out or anything while we're busy.
Just slap a big old band-aid on his face. Kapow. Squabbling solved. Alright, well. You're not here to sit around looking at people who are having a nap, are you?
We're here to make other people have naps. Some of them that don't wake up from.
We don't kill people, we just put them to sleep. That's why our wizard is the only man in the world to have a 9th level sleep spell prepared. Welcome to the Insomniac Conference. I'm about to ruin your reputations.
So normally we should be fine to go in there.
Yes. There are 2 directions you can take your path. You can head off north. Heading off north goes to, well... I don't think there's really any good way to tell this, but you're going up to a repair shop over there. The sound of whirring mechanisms.
And do we have any sounds south or any way to tell?
Give me a moment. I gotta pop open. I gotta pop and lock, as they say.
Well, if the workshop is to the north, then maybe the cells are to the south.
There doesn't seem to be... Ooh, wait. No sounds from the south.
Well, we may as well go where there actually is sound. That means there's probably something we can use there, or at least some more people to clear out.
Yep. And what's in the middle here?
In the middle stands a tall statue of what appears to be an ancient gladiator of old.
Hmm.
They stand tall and proud with their equipment on top of a defeating creature. It's not a creature you've ever seen.
How ancient are we talking here?
Judging by ancient mystic. How about that? With some intelligence, please.
Alright. Do I recognize this?
Yeah, man, this is like way old.
Oh, hey, I remember. I remember that guy.
In fact, you might even be looking at someone who, like, this might have been like during the earliest days of Axis itself, like when they started building the arenas in the first place. So,
Yeah, I visited here once, like when they were still setting things up. Spot. A nice place back then.
shake hands with Abraham Lincoln. Well,
Not entirely sure I remember that creature, but
I mean, if a gladiator fought it, it's probably exotic enough. Well then,
Okay.
to the repair chambers it was.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going to look there.
Whoops. Give me a moment.
It's dark.
Yes.
I can only see my. There it is.
Only see in black and white.
You eventually come to a crossroad, which split off to the south, presumably going to the same location that the other exit would have gone to, and one that goes to another. However, the northern exit leads off into an area which is marked with an old weathered sign. Someone, with probably some sort of stick of coal, has tried to revitalize the sign as the repair shop. There is the strong smell of oil around here, like lubricants.
Well, if nothing else, it'll give me a chance to clean off my armor a little bit. There's some good tools there.
Yes, that's an old dwarven saying. Always go for the forge.
Oh. Sounds like it has multiple meanings.
4. Nice.
Oh. That's an unlucky number in some cultures.
Yep. Let's see. Ooh. All right. Well, we'll get to that. Okay. I don't like how they put this one together. All right. Well, the workshop lies ahead, but you're not looking in it. You're just looking at the doors that lead into it.
Let's go.
Go!
Get ready for the breach and clear, wizard.
Yep. Yeah.
We kick open the doors, you color spray whatever's there.
But I kind of want, like, well, I mostly would like to wait until I color spray, because then I can use it again if I wait until like escalation died too. But
Well, yeah, but also it's really shiny and very nice.
Yes, and we would be
Yeah,
dead
is that-
without it.
yeah. Well, depending on situation, of course.
I mean, my organs have only been shuffled a little bit last fight. I can handle it.
They got better. Somehow.
I think my lungs are now above my heart. I'm not sure how that works. Anyways, let's kick open the door.
Hmm.
You kick open the door.
And go inside. Go inside.
You enter into a place where there's a long table. 3 stools against the wall. Also, plenty of tools and clockwork parts, old shields, and dented swords. This is a place where old things are given new life.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel bad. It looks like an actual repair shop. I mean, I know they're associated with thieves, but like, it still feels bad actually breaking somebody's place of work.
It's tool-based necromancy.
Anyways, it's time to kick open the second door right there.
as you move yourself onwards. Excellent. With a firm, fine.
The side rooms may as well we may as well check out to make sure that nobody's going to stab us in the back.
Double check. All
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Checking around the place. Other than the double doors going south, they all lead into these small storage areas. There seems to be no one here with you. However, since you're being so nice and thorough, I will tell you that on top of one of the tables where there's lots of tools and bits and pieces appears to be a single complete gladiator made of clockwork. As in, it looks like a person, but it's made out of metal.
Oh,
How big is it?
Uh, like a person.
Like a
It's not a scale model or anything.
That's
oh.
I would like to admire the craft.
Since
that stuff spooks me. I'm not gonna touch it.
since Iambing Pentacular is old enough that he would probably recall this, back in yonder yesteryear, clockwork gladiators were like a huge. Well, they've turned out to be a fad, but you recall back when everyone was like super excited, but they seemed really expensive to keep.
Yeah, back in the day, these were all the rage.
That's probably worth a lot of money.
I mean, there were also the
There we
people
are.
who were complaining about that they would lose their job and everything. But look who won out in the end.
Yeah, like anyone who was anyone had one of these fighting in their stalls. Wonder if
It
we could
just
get it
it
to
just seems
work.
weird to me. The whole point of gladiator fights is to show off one's skill. So having just a construct do it, it doesn't show skill.
But maybe they thought
Shows,
the mechanics, the clockworks.
shows the skill of the craftsperson.
I'm gonna give
They're
you.
they're wonderful pieces like they're beautiful statues, but have them move just seems a little wrong.
But also, just clockwork gladiator versus clockwork gladiator battles. Those could get kind of wild.
Can I scrap a 2 and add it to my bag of rocks?
Then when they started adding more arms to them,
Wait, what? What are you grabbing?
there's a literal arms race.
Golfin, what are you grabbing? Did you say some scrap?
I said, can I cut a 2 from him and put it in my bag of rocks?
Sure. A
Hmm.
tooth.
A 2, a pinky 2
Toe.
from the feet. A toe, yes. It's written 2.
I know. There's also the word to toe, which is with a W instead of an E at the end. So yeah, English. Am I right, gamers?
I
Yes.
hate English so much.
Says a man whose language can't decide where the adjective belongs.
So yes, I attempt to cut one.
I'm Fortnite dancing at him right. God damn. Oh.
Try to-
Anyway,
try
you wanted
to-
to turn it back on, or what was it, Iambic?
Yep, I want to see. Well, like these things had like a script in them to help them determine friend from foe. So I'd like to look into that first.
Give me a DC 20 intellect plus your ancient mystic because your age is very important here.
Yep, intelligence.
Jesus, Iambic,
Yeah,
when you need to be a wizard, you just knock it out of the park, don't you?
He knows stuff.
You make everyone else in your party look a little oh.
Dull.
I mean, to be fair, if they weren't in the way, you'd probably be on the ground.
yeah.
Being a tough guy is a skill too. Don't forget that part. That's how
Mm.
that's how wizards eat shit.
That's why I make sure all the rooms are clear so the wizard doesn't get stabbed in the back.
That's how that
I'm
guy
fine with being stabbed.
That's how that guy who cast 10th
Mm.
level spells got his ass kicked. It's because it was like, I can't be stopped by a god. And then he did. All right. Figuring, tinker around with this thing a little bit. You poke at some things. Nothing dangerous. You're not poking anything explosive. You come to the realization, and I'm just going to tell you ahead of time what will happen when you activate this thing. unfortunately, it appears that this thing is old. So old that much of its scripts don't work anymore. If you were to turn this on, all it would do is stand up, walk around, bump into some walls, and fall over at the end.
Ah. Well, that's too bad. Well, could still serve as a distraction.
Certainly.
And what was the terms of our contract? There was something about not taking anything that has like
It belongs to the
mark-
arena
Yeah.
Yeah,
or its owners.
Does this belong to the arena? Does it have markings to that effect on it?
If it has any markings, you don't recognize them.
And as long as it doesn't leave the arena, we didn't technically take it.
Yeah, if it walks out on its own.
There are no witnesses, as they say.
Yeah, I'll turn this thing on and just let it wander around. We can follow it later.
You turn on the machine, and it just starts walking every which way. Who knows if you'll bump into him again?
Yeah, look at him go.
Look at him go.
Marvel of technology.
Right. Time to kick open another door?
Down the passages you go.
Just smash the doors. This way they can't lock from behind us.
The air gets filled with it's not just oil, but you now start to smell like droppings.
Oh no.
More rats.
Probably more rats.
Can we sneak a look through the door?
Certainly. Took just a little peek. You see a room with many pillars, but also a large collection of, well, like mosses and random whatever grows down here, like mushrooms and stuff, thrown into heaps, creating a sort of large nest in the chamber. In addition, there is a dead body, like a skeletal heap. Much of its armor and equipment has degraded, except for a shimmering belt that it wears.
Could always use a new belt, is all I'm saying.
Do we see anything moving in there?
Anything.
Probably not the angle we have.
I mean, unless you want to shine your light source around in there, there's a limit to what you can realistically see.
Well, I also had that thought since kind of describe this whole room as a compost heap.
Do you want to try sneaking into there? Because if there's a compost heap, it means there is actual movement around here. Or do you want to just do it the loud way and not be taken by surprise?
Well, I was considering that there might be some flammable gases in there and spark them.
It would damage the shiny belt, but if you think it's worth...
Yes, as a druid, I can tell you most mushrooms don't spontaneously combust. Usually.
I just want to point out that these quirks sometimes go places, including this one, which is just you have a terrible heartburn. If you want to wear this magic item, you have to endure heartburn, I'm afraid.
But is it a shiny good belt, like high quality?
It does look like a very fancy belt. That's,
And it's very worth it.
Also,
Having
the
a-
guy wearing it is dead long, so dead for long, so there is no risk.
Perfect. All right.
So, does the room seem to be filled with smelly gases?
Wisdom Hedge Wizard, please.
Wisdom Hedge Wizard.
Or you can, use one of your icon relations for this.
Oh,
High Druid seems appropriate.
Yeah, I use my High Druid.
You know a thing or two about plants that produce fumes you can blow up real good. You don't like those silly druids and their silly things.
Hey.
I mean, your friend is fine. We're talking about the ones that sit in their big high wooden thrones and are like, so important. All right. You can blow it all up, letting you effectively avoid having to fight anything. However, you'll destroy everything else in the room. The belt will probably be fine, because magic items tend to be a bit more durable than that, but everything else in the room will be gone.
Okay. So, I can blow up everything in that room. Well, with the exception of the shiny belt. But,
Also, I'm not sure if it's a good idea considering we're currently underground and it's a room with many pillars, which means it might be a support room.
Also, it may attract, make sound.
we've been kicking down doors as we've been
There's a
going.
difference between kicking down door and making an explosion that destroys an entire room.
Yeah, one of them
Yeah.
is dramatic.
Yeah. Like, we're not exactly being subtle here anyway. And,
We could always open the door and keep the explosion as a possibility. We can always go back to the last room and set it off before it dissipates too much.
well, I just think if we go in there right now, we're gonna get nibbled on by rats.
Yes, but this mushroom didn't do anything to us, so there is no real point in blowing them up.
But the mushrooms are used to build nests, so
Yeah, who knows what kind of nasty things are living in that pile. People just blow it all up.
things that leave droppings in are smelly. That much you know.
So, how are we voting on this? I'm in a team blow it all up.
I am, to my chagrin, and team don't blow it up because it seems like this. It risks collapsing an entire area of the arena.
Just like a hag's coven, you don't. 3 people is the right amount for any situation.
Yes, look, we are not going to blow it up unless something happens.
No.
Maybe
Okay
it's just
then.
bats.
We could always tap the door, make some noise in there, see if we stir anything up first.
Can I try to make
Okay.
bat sounds with my speak to animals?
Wait, you want to do what with?
No, nothing.
I think what I heard was like you wanted to make a butt sound.
Bat
Bat
sounds.
sound.
In which case, I would like to know what a butt animal is.
Probably something that lives in a compost heap.
Well, point is, what's the plan, kids?
let's make some noise, and if something moves and looks dangerous, you can blow it up without Yambik.
I'm just going to use the mace to slam the door once, make a really loud noise that'll resonate through that room.
Good idea.
As you
Do I need to-
slam the door with great reckless abandon, from a bunch of the heaps around the room, little lizards stick their heads up, and they like look around like. Ting, 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 ting. Does this qualify as fireballing or what?
I'd say it's not. It's just a few lizards.
They're dog-sized, by the way.
Dog-sized bright
It's just a few
lizards.
big lizards. But it's just a few lizards.
You know what they say about bright-colored lizards? They're full of poison.
And they might also be full of titanite, but
I don't think they sparkle that much.
Do they behave startled? Do they behave defensive, aggressive?
judging by the fact that some of them start slapping their tails when they turn their heads and notice you, like making noise.
Can I interpret what this means?
Let's see. How exactly does your talk to animals? What is the game presented as an option? Am I supposed to be nice? Am I supposed to put my little baby hands on my little baby sides and just let you have your life? Let's have a look. Now, I also kind of want to see the page itself because it usually comes with like extra tips and tricks.
I linked it. Natural talking.
Natural talking. It's natural talking. Nature talking. Oh, there are no sidebars. Everyone knows the druids can talk to plants of animals. Doesn't always work, though druids might not admit that. Since no one but another druid or a particularly cunning bard will have any way of knowing what they said in return. Oh, that's so adorable. Conversations are simple and the feature doesn't really increase the plant's brain power, so talking animals are like, there are scary two-leggers over there. It's probably the limit. As a rule, plants don't remember much. If there's any useful information it's trying to gain, they have to make a skill check that is appropriate for the deer. Talking to animals requires a hard DC. Okay, fair enough. Well, if you want to do anything, you can definitely tell they're more on edge and they're trying to warn you away, as they see no reason to just let random strangers hang out with them. You know, you are at their nests.
So, what do we do?
Do I blow him up?
I'll leave it. I'd leave it to your call because honestly, it does feel a bit mean just blowing up some random animals.
Yes, but the alternative is walking in and slamming them dead. So,
Well, I can tell you right now, the difference between being burnt and being smashed is very, very different in terms of pain.
Yeah, because burning doesn't actually like kill you directly. It's very roundabout in how it causes the death to happen.
yes,
So
but
you
they are going to
stick
explode.
around a little longer.
I think it's more the concussive force in this case of all the gases suddenly expanding.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave it to your call. I'm still against blowing it up, but you do you.
Well, we need to be paid anyway, so I'm going to say go on Yambik and
Right.
light them up.
Well, be glad you're not a D&D wizard, or you might have lost your powers blowing up a whole bunch of lizards like that.
No, but I'm more of a terrain caster.
Animals?
Yeah,
I like
just
rocks!
I like rocks, yes.
Yeah, Big just kind of clicks his fingers a couple of times to make a spark.
God dang it, I should really get my thumb changed.
Eh.
With a big, bright... The room is consumed by a brief fireball, which, unfortunately, because you have left this door open for so long, a bunch of the gases have kind of seeped in. So you get some singed eyebrows out of this deal.
Ugh.
It'll grow back.
Well, there's also the smell. Ugh.
And the fact that you have a big beard that's also, like, singed at the edges. So crunchy now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have less fleas.
Hey, now.
You know, get rid of fleas by blowing yourself up.
Look, I'm just trying to look on the bright side.
All right, kids.
Those fleas, huh? I have some good friends among those fleas, you know.
Belt.
Don't you have birds in your beard?
Yeah.
Don't they eat the fleas?
It's a thriving ecosystem.
God, just get me away from this.
Well,
It's a permaculture beard.
taking a good look at the belt. It's a beautiful, beautiful belt. It is a belt of brutal vigor. I'm going to show you the details of what such a fine belt can do for you. Now, you're first level, so you're going to start getting actually affected by quirks if you wear another item. The belt also gives you an extra recovery.
I could use an extra recovery with how much I get beat up, but rallying seems more useful since I make others rally.
Yeah, so it's a double win for you, really. Because then you can rally and then still attack and get some of your big boy points. Ain't that nice?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's... Does somebody else want this belt?
Well, Halidal Belmore wants it. I don't think he ever goes for normal attack, so...
Yeah. No.
Well, it's either you or me, but you are the one deciding whenever someone rallies, so it's better on you, I think.
Probably. Well, oh no, I'm going to get a beautifully made shiny belt. Ah,
Uh-oh. I didn't know I would get a cool belt.
what a shame. I guess I'll have to put it on now.
Okay, let me see if I can find a real cool belt. Yeah, that's a nice cool belt. 1 recovery bonus. There you go. And then we put in a little description. Just like that. Okay. Put that in italics. Put that in italics. Oh, god dang it. There you go. And now I open Quarian's sheet and I throw them in there. Does anything here yell about you having this many items? Nope. Well, you have it now. You have an extra recovery. You have 9 now. And you have a cool belt that, has a recharge power. So you're likely to get it multiple times per day.
Nice. You kind of need the extra recoveries.
While you put on
Or
the
if you-
belt, your brain feels a little silly. And you feel, your helmet's definitely more important.
It keeps the blood from splashing into my eyes. It keeps my head from getting bonked.
A belt keeps your pants up, but a helmet keeps your head up.
And the brain's in.
Taking the doors to the east, however, will quickly reveal a large collapsed section. The only thing sticking out of the collapse, however, is a big shiny hand that's sort of reaching outwards. It's made out of a brass, like a bronze metal.
Either a statue or another automaton.
Judging by what the few exposed components you can see, definitely an automaton.
Yeah. This one's buried.
I may as well check what we can find in these rooms quickly, in case there's any
It's all
stragglers.
collapsed, like I said.
Yeah, so
Nothing to check.
Oh.
A dead
we
end.
can't really find more. We may as well just go back out of here and just.
Oh, that's great. I can't draw over the tiles.
Alright. Poke at the hand a little bit. See if there's.
Take it.
Mhm.
No.
The hand kind of does a little twitch.
Hmm. I wonder if it'll pull this out of the rubble.
Maybe.
Hmm.
But it would take either a great strength or a plan.
Right.
There's probably nothing hiding behind the collapsed area.
Might be, but it'll probably also be collapsed, so you might as well leave that for people with, like, dozens of laborers.
Yeah, it would take us way too long to do this. We've already got somebody knocked out of the entrance. Probably don't want to dally too much with.
Are you gonna let that
Like
man
that.
dehydrate?
Are you gonna let that poor rat that stabbed me repeatedly suffer? Like,
He used a hammer. Well, the rats, the lizard man is the one who you took hostage. The rats
yes.
are all like, bleh.
Well,
Are you gonna let the poor lizard suffer? Well, I mean that's kind of the point
Hmm.
of keeping him alive. But
He'll
are you
get
gonna
a
let him
dry
suffer?
throat.
and it will be more loot for us. I'm just gonna try and use mending to try and clear away the rubble by ordering the sprites to mend
You know what? You
mend
can
the
do.
walls.
You can do this, but you have to make me a hedge wizard charisma check as you try to convince us. But hey, now that you guys are here, can you do me a solid?
Yeah, like that's repair work. Like you try to repair the walls. Just move the stuff out of the way.
Give me the check, but Jesus, why? Does Metalworks just do this?
Hey, that's a natural 20.
He is stealing my luck through wizard magic.
Now I'm going to imagine a bunch of lemmings trying to.
The little sprites clear out as much debris as they can. Unfortunately, around where the elbow would be, it's just crushed to such bits you can just pull the remaining part off.
Ah,
You now have
man.
like the lower hand of a machine.
That's something.
It's made out
So,
of rather heavy metal now that you lift it up.
ooh, gold?
Heavy for a wizard.
Well, I'll bring the arm with me.
Maybe a quartermaster would be better suited for identifying make.
Hey, I pulled this out of the rubble.
He
It-
waves
Oh.
the hand at you, and it causes the thing to point. I imagine how that works out.
Yeah.
Are you just in the habit of pulling anything that looks shiny? Because at least I would make us have one thing in common.
Look
Hey.
valuable.
Can I just roll quartermaster to see if it's valuable or just...
No, I'd say intelligence or wisdom, but you have them both at equal measure. So pick your poison and go with quartermaster as you try to just give it a good think. See, like
Yeah,
you can spend a plot point if you want to, but I will point out that clearly Belmore's luck does not rub off on others, even if it's
Yeah.
regarding his things.
Oh, it's because he's taking my luck.
Hmm.
It's wizards for you, man. I mean, it is heavier than it should be if it's made out of more practical materials. So you'll have to
Eh,
sort this out some other time.
it's probably worth something. Just pawn it up somewhere.
Yep.
Or keep it as a pet. I don't know. I don't mind.
Heavy automaton arm.
Thank you.
Right. Probably should go north.
Before we go on, there's one quick thing. Man, what is going on? By the way, none of you have the 29 gold you found recently, so
Yeah, I'll put it up.
thank you. I'll just yell at one of you in specific when it becomes relevant. There you go, heavy automaton arm. Nice. Anyway, you've got 3 directions you can go to. One of them has the faint smell of flowers. The other is probably the equipment room that you skipped. Or just, you know, when you had 2 choices, you went this way.
Let's go towards the smell of flowers. Let's do a clockwise loop through the arena.
Right.
Plus,
Flowers.
the boss did tell us that the criminals, the bandits, smell of flowers.
Ah,
Thank you.
right.
Ah, right.
Pollum, thank you for being a good memory boy.
The only thing I remember really about that was how much of a headache I got listening to the wizards prattle on for ages. So,
Can I recognize the scent of the flower?
Probably, but I'm not very smart. The GM isn't. I mean,
Okay.
So if you're like, oh, it's a daffodil or a dandelion, or I don't know,
or a
scarlet
petunia.
pimpernel.
An
Not-
orchid.
It's not something special.
It's probably just like very heavy chemical. Like what a poor person is like. Oh, this is fine. This smells like something, right?
Ah, okay, so it's
It doesn't smell like poop. It's good.
flowery.
It's like they pressed a whole bunch of flowers together. Flower slurry is a word that I got to say.
Mm,
So
All right.
we have a decision to make. Do we kill? Do we go for the criminals, the bandits, or do we continue exploring?
So,
well,
for now, I think we needed to at least do the perimeter by just continuing to go north, then east, then south, and west, and then we can look in the middle once. Yeah.
well, the equipment room might have some equipment for us.
That's where we have been.
And D is the cells. So pick your poison.
Okay. Wait, so where are we right now?
You are at C.
Well, considering the paths probably go B then D, so we don't have to go back.
Have we been to the A?
Yes, that's where you started.
Okay.
So we went to C, now we can go to B so that we can go to D, and then after that we can start.
All right.
To
That
be
sounds
or not
a
to
plan.
be.
That is the question.
That is the Beastian. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, it's gonna be ghosts.
B.
Oh no.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. Where is the entrance to C? Up here. There we go. Oh, there he goes. I forgot to set on an important part of token animation, which is that it doesn't make you move and slide if you take more than half a second to go anywhere. This should now work.
Well, on the right side, we don't start on the latrine side of things.
As you move into the equipment area, this place has seen better days. Presumably back in the day, they would keep the equipment of all the fanciest boys and girls around, some on display, others just kept in lockers, cases, and other assorted rooms. It's also a pretty decent place to have a quick drink.
Hmm.
The whole place is icy cold. Brrr. You can
Hmm.
see your breath, and the chill crawls up your spine. Most
Really
doors
cold.
are inaccessible around here, by the way. There's a lot of it has started to sag, and the doors are just jammed completely.
Well, I'm not gonna bother tiring myself out trying to smash down the doors, so let's just keep going.
Let's just move slowly and listen to things.
I wish I could write down, but no. The only real place you can go are over here. You can go to this big room, and you can go over to the entrance A. The rest is all just tunnels that need excavating. But on the plus side, if they need excavating, there's probably nothing in there. And if there is, it's not. It's okay. You could do anything about it.
Hmm.
Let's go towards the entrance to A. Make sure that
In some
that's
places,
clear.
yes, in some places there are cracks overhead, allowing you to see the daylight that siples in from above. Or wait, you went at night, didn't you?
Yep.
So you probably
Yep.
get like a few glimpses of moonlight, because if you're in the pitch dark, moonlight, even through cracks, would light up the place a bit.
So go check over here first. Make sure that we're not going to have people leaving behind us.
Other than the fact that you're very cold, you're fine.
Hmm.
That's what the clothes under the armor's for.
Occasionally, when you step, you hear a little crunch of like snow, like ice crystals under your feet. Which is weird when how warm it is outside.
I would have said airflow, but then again, it wasn't like that in the other rooms, so
Nope.
yeah, I'd go through here first, personally.
Hmm.
Just have a little peep.
Well,
Just
like I said, there seems to be nothing there. You can easily make your way back to the entrance through that passage if you wanted.
well, in that case, let's get back to clearing. And if that's the only area that we can really touch,
Well, I'm
then
gonna try the doors. See if there's.
You try and budge the door. How
Hmm.
muscular do you eye yourself, wizard?
Not at all.
Well, you're free to try anyway. Just don't hurt your arm.
Like I was just, you know, give it a go. See if open
You're gonna have
open
to,
sort of.
as I mentioned, a lot of this place is collapsing. So unless you want to
Hmm.
actually shove it open, it's not gonna budge.
Yeah. Okay. Seems stuck.
Corian, the cold seems to get worse the closer you get to this door.
well, we're not gonna be sparking any explosions down here.
If you have any drops of sweat upon your face, they turn to icy slices crawling down your face.
Hmm.
Any of you two magic people have any idea about this? Because this doesn't feel natural.
Yes,
No.
I can safely say that this is not normal.
Yeah, this is either some kind of spell, or there's a whole lot of that. What was it? I think brown mold.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Don't throw your torches at it. Trust me.
No, bad idea.
If it's brown, don't burn it down, as they say.
Yeah, likes
Well-
fire.
Well, I'm not sure what brown mold is, and I don't want to know. Let's just kick open the door and go back to somewhere warm as soon as we can, please.
Well, basically, it's mold, but brown. What more do you need to
Yeah.
know?
It
There's a
eats
lot of specifics.
brown mold eats heat and grows more of itself. Nasty
Eating-
stuff.
Eating heat being
But
basically as if you're getting covered in icicles.
yeah, nasty stuff, but useful for keeping things cold.
It's easy to. It's good to use for like refrigeration.
Yeah, as long as you don't let it leak.
Actually, the existence of this, like, predates an incredibly significant technology. Like, I don't think the people behind Curse of Strahd realized what they were doing when they added that basement. Because the power to refrigerate your food and keep it for longer periods of time dramatically alters a significant portion of most societies. Because, like, holy shit, so much of life is just determined by food goes bad.
Yeah.
Alright, just gonna give a swing of the mace right around the handles to open it nicely.
This implies that you're, like, waving it around it like a wand. I'm drawing the Disney Channel logo. Woo.
with a mace that's still dripping in blood. Well, I guess the blood would start to
It's probably frozen
freeze
by
and
this point.
crystallize.
It's not-
Crystallized blood. That's neat.
Could have also just naturally congealed, because blood does that. Or does they don't do it inside a I don't know. Blood leaves crusts, but you bump the door open, and are faced with a room filled with, well, barrels, hooks, and more. You know, every random piece of equipment you might want. Let's see. I have a list here. Goodness me, my stomach and my lungs are just having a field day bullying me. 4 oil lanterns to quickly hide a light. A clay jug of lantern oil. There are several pieces of flint to strike sparks, sacks of various sizes and types of cloth, a small pot of grease, lots of waterproof cloaks, climbing spikes, sections of rope, long poles, theatrical trunk containing wigs, false beards, mustaches, makeup, and costumes. There's a large net draped against the wall. Oh, so much. If you
That
Well,
that seems like it belongs to the arena owners because a lot of this stuff wouldn't be useful to bandits.
yeah, well, depends on the bandits. Maybe they want to pull off a heist, disguise themselves.
with a Groucho mask.
But this is the important bit. None of that seems stuff that would require cold to keep them.
There was a sudden swoosh in the air.
Oh no.
From the ground rise the living dead.
Oh, of course it's undead.
God dang it, they're using the wrong tokens.
Right. There's the third option for why things are called undead.
Ah.
Why can't liches just enjoy warmth or something, honestly?
From the hole in the ground behind you rises another one. They are surrounded by the constant forming water vapors, and they howl at you. If only you had a cleric. If only. These small blobules are mooks, in case you wanted to know. I'll keep the middle one instead, so you don't participate in combat. That guy and the other ones are off the list. All right, the haunting catches you completely off guard from behind. You don't even notice it until it lays its hand coolly upon Iambic shoulder. Holy shit, that's a hell of a frosty. You take 7 negative energy damage, but you get to choose if you take 5 ongoing negative energy damage or lose on recovery as it sucks something out of you. Something lively, something warm.
Mm,
A recovery seems much. At this point, a single recovery might not heal the amount you'll take from the ongoing damage.
The ongoing damage is a hard save, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose the recovery.
This naturally puts you immediately in fighting stance.
Oh, right.
It's your turn. Oh yeah, I didn't ever turn on the module with like the turn indicator. Or did that? No, that one broke, didn't it? Yeah, that one fucking broke.
Man, this thing's right up in my face.
It's gonna give you some very chilly smooches.
Yep. Well. Yeah.
That is a hit. But there's a problem. It's a spooky ghost. And spooky ghosts don't care about magic other than the magic of the gods. Oh, no, you're fine. It does full damage. And you pop free! Yay!
Okay, wait.
You do
Where
not
do I-
re-engage until you say so, so go wherever the hell you please.
Whoop.
Ah.
Hope there aren't more of them, and it gets a magic missile at the back.
Technically, that doesn't bypass the whole holy thing, but that's how it works. I'll say it works. You're hitting it with raw force. Although I guess the idea is that ghosts are more like... Quarian, you're quick on your feet. You saw the spirits rise, but you were a little too late to notice the one that snuck up on Iambic. What do you do?
I'm going to entrust the haunting behind to Golthin and act as a meat shield once again against the many mooks.
Charge!
Dive on in there and start swinging.
Don't forget, you got plenty of plot points. If you want to give yourself some better odds, go for it.
With a loud war cry!
Ah!
Whoa.
Angry!
My god, I actually hit.
19.
That's an extra 2 command points.
Oh, wait. Whoops. Ghosts. Spooky ghosts. Okay, you're good. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. It's your roll that determines that. Blech! Because it's really clever, and I don't have to roll extra. Well, that's a hell of a lot out of a ghost impact. The little sprites, however, towards you, swarm and clutter and cloud.
It's a nice big baseball swing through that.
They all cuddle up towards you and... Well, you only take it once. So that's nice on you. Not the ghosts, you dingus. Look at this person that I just clicked. You feel the life leaving your veins. Skin grows pale and eyes grow glazed. Golfin. Quick! You've got to
Yes.
draw something, Golfin.
I must protect Iambic, and I'm going to club this inquisitive haunting. Club the ghost.
Ooh. Ooh, what's going on?
And that recharges all my power, and I do a little bit more damage. But that's not much.
Not much. In fact, you do half, so you only do 2. It is a ghost. It has
That's,
resistance 14 plus except holy.
14 plus, so I...
So your natural roll needs to be a 14 and up to do full damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, perfect.
Interesting.
Natural even roll.
I mean, now we're on the topic of how ghosts work. In Ironclaw, you can only you can't hit ghosts with a sword. You need to use your hands because you're made out of lifeblood matter. You can hit them with your meaty paws.
Oh.
And I think that's a cute detail to have. The spectre sees you attempt to destroy it. Its hand slides through your blade unimpeded and reaches for your face. What is yours will be his. Yeah! Now, on that method, it ain't. Iambic Pentacular. Your druidic friend is able to keep their defenses high.
Yeah. Sorry, I just that whole Iron Claw thing reminded me of something in Unknown Armies.
Well, you can put that up after your turn.
Yep. I don't want to use that because it's a daily.
You are.
Man.
This is the third fight of the day, so one more, and you could probably take like a big nap.
How tough is this move? It is pretty tough. Okay. I'll.
If you're wondering, the ghost is 17 out of 30 hit points, so.
Guess I'll go for my daily then on the Spooky Ghost. And cast Ampoule of Antigone's Terrific Innovating Solution.
Holy cannoli. Oh, that's a big daily. That's a big daily. 22. Your natural roll is not enough, so it is half, but that does do 11, which is a lot.
And 5 ongoing.
And 5 ongoing.
Oh, you guys seem to handle your site pretty well.
Corey, and you're surrounded by ghosts that are sucking the life out of your breath, the soul out your mouth, the blood from your veins. The glowing
Well-
specks swarm you like fireflies.
When life gives you ghosts, squeeze the life out of them.
Honk.
With a big meaty mace plus the ground, it should work well enough to squeeze all that life back out.
Now, what would the extra effect of an iterating solution be? I'll say...
Ow.
Wah, wah.
I'm just going to use a plot point to reroll since
You can have it. Have a go.
we got plenty.
Yeah.
See, we're
All right. Smack, smack, sugar, smack. Down to 0. And another one down to 5. Your blade strikes... Oh, wait. Yeah, that's enough. Your natural hit strikes clean through them, giving you a bit more breathing room and movement space. However, these specters are not done with you yet. They seem to grow angrier the more of them are killed, and at some point it will spill over. Your defenses are fine, and you once more only take 5 negative. I think it's going fine so far. Engulf him. The spectre in front of you has been innovated. It has lessened the defenses as a result of the acid that is sort of slowing it down on a spectral level. Paulum?
Yes, I thought it was his turn. Okay. I'm continuing to attack him with my little hands then.
With your little hand? You roll 1 damage. Oh, the funny part is that just shocking destroys the ghost anyway. Oh,
And I mean, I was gonna say for the sake of it.
And I'm going to prepare a spell.
Oh wait, no,
for
no.
next turn.
Right. That's a crit against, not from. Ah.
yeah. The spirit is annihilated by a fine blow. Not a lot of force behind it, but who needs force when you have destruction? You imbue yourself with the magical energies of this terrain. Alright. Iambic pentameter. Pentacular. What are you up to? There's spooks bullying your pal.
Yep. I spring into action.
Delightful. Let him have it.
And spray them with colors.
I'll say that this boy is gone. And that this boy takes 5. If the target is also weakened. Okay, cool. That also misses, but this guy is... Which one is weakened? I'm going to... Ooh, this button's for this. Weakened.
And
Man.
because escalation dice even, I can cast that again if need be.
Wait a minute. Did that just... Yeah, it's just all the defenses. Cool. And you can use it again. Wahoo! Quarian, only 2 specters remain. 1 is weakened. Its defenses are low.
Well, I'm going to use the belt's ability so that I can recover and hit. Because I'm feeling a bit faint at the moment.
Roll recovery. And then strike at will.
Ooh.
You are filled with great power. But
Power
not
enough to not hit.
But not attacking power.
Well, I'm not going to reroll this one. We're doing well enough.
Are you? For 2 specters come to give you a smooch, and they fail. How
I
do
am
you,
unsmoochable.
how
This
do
is
you-
why I have a helmet.
How do you ward off these fiendish foes from sucking out more of your lifeblood?
By the power of my helmet. Just lower the visor whenever they try to smooch it out.
Golfin.
Yes, with one hand, I'm casting my Ruination spell.
Ruination. They're both hit for 7. And we'll say that we're done. The specters are removed from existence by the ruination you cast upon them. Wow.
Huzzah.
Does the room start to get warmer?
The temperature will slowly return to normal, but it's still pretty cold because, it takes a little time.
Yeah, well. Good, so it's not just bandits. Wonderful.
I'm sorry,
You're,
what the hell is this? This erotic party thing?
Oh, that was from the Unknown Armies additional book. If you throw
erotic
a
pastries.
If you throw a dick cake or whatever at a revenant, use fitness. It does damage like a firearm.
What the hell?
Because they represent life.
Oh my god. If the salacious dessert is brandished.
If you throw a dick cake or whatever at a revenant, use fitness. It does damage like a firearm.
The entity has to make an earth roll be sucked into it until it's consumed or goes stale?
What is any of this?
Oh my god. Artificial. Oh god. Or die if they eat a dick cake. This is just...
Just remember, when in doubt, throw dick cakes at ghosts.
Yep.
What then is the opposite of life? Obviously, it's death. You know what's essential for life? Sex. So perhaps it's not. Oh my god, bread is the staff of life. I'm so. My head just fucking spins. There's a reason no one brings a tit cake to a funeral. Someone wrote that statement and got it printed. There's. Okay, well, I'll be honest. I do like the mental acrobatics that are occurring before it sticks the landing. It's very impressive. You've made it through another fight. One more. And your rest is well deserved. And also your boss probably won't think that you're lazy bums.
That's the most important part.
Look, here's where the ghost sucked out my teeth. This is where a lizard blew up and I got some singes on me.
Ghostbusters now.
We are doing terrific.
See, this is just more proof that helmets are the most important part. They stop ghosts from sucking your teeth out of your face.
And if they're long
Hmm.
enough, they can stop vampires.
I must admit, it was a pretty impressive display.
On to Area D, the place of perfume. Oh, sorry, you're at the wrong entrance. You're at entrance C. You should be up at entrance. Oh, the lighting is on. Let me turn that off. Whoop.
Ah, the barracks.
The
Probably.
barracks, indeed. This is originally where the gladiators, the prison gladiators, would be kept. Some people are allowed to, fight for their freedom if they wanted to. You could just say no. There are rows of monster pens with removable walls. There's places where individual humans could be locked up. Ugh. The area is lit by guttering candles and sconces on the walls. The furniture consists of crate barrels and more. Although unlike the other areas, it seems more organized, more like someone's used it recently and has kind of put it all together to create a homey space. Bundles of dried fish, stacks of onions and potatoes hang from hooks in the ceiling. Painted with admirable skill on the wall across from the entrance is a grinning skull, with a single bloody tear rolling down its bony face, surrounded in a wreath of flowers and coins. Next to it is a shelf with some jugs containing, 4 containing cheap wine and 2 being sealed with wax.
Well, I'm not here to have a drink, but it might be a nice place to have a short rest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take your quick fix whenever you want to.
I'm gonna pick one of the wax sealed jugs and shake it. Doesn't sound like there's liquid inside.
First off, I need to determine what trouble is afoot.
Mm.
Oh, heck. Oh, heck, there's people here. The sealed clay jugs, giving it a swirl, these are filled with oil.
Oil jugs.
They are probably also, considering they're all, like, sealed up, it's possible they were intended to, like fire bombs.
How would one use them, though?
Allow me to explain how these items work. You basically make a basic range attack, but instead of your normal, you target 1d3 nearby enemies in a group. You do 1d12 fire damage and 5 ongoing fire damage. They're fire bombs. Well-made ones. These are presumably intended to, help their escape or set up a trap or something. But given that... Oh. In front of the mural, now that you have a good look, is the machine. It fell apart, apparently, as it tried to crawl out of a hole at the base of it, and they pulled its top section out.
Oh. That's
Energetic
weird.
boy.
How many jugs were there?
2.
Yeah, I'm grabbing those. I have 2 fire bombs.
These are the stats that the bad guys would use, but they don't apply to you because you have to use your own attack, and you don't do 2d3 because, well, you get 2d3 if you throw them both, but the damage doesn't increase.
Yep.
Oh, excuse me, I got all kinds of fucked up. Whoops. This is what you get when you have a PDF and you're scrolling through the pages and you're not paying attention. I was looking at E. We're at D. Please remove this item from your inventory. These do not exist here. You are located in an area, a row, of barred stone-walled cells. Well, all over the place, really. The cells hold piles of straw and coarse blankets, and wooden pails for chamber pots, empty and smashed wine jars, and few personal effects. The area reeks of wine and body odor, and, of course, drunk people taking a piss in the corner. Or as we like to call it, the back alley of an inn.
And probably still that perfume.
Absolute filthy people.
The perfume smells like deodorant that's used to cover up a lack of showering.
Wonderful.
Each of the cell doors is locked up with like a little cute little customized knot. Also need to reread. Ooh.
On the bright side, some of them might already be laying around knocked out from drinking so much.
Yeah.
Probably. A lot of wishful thinking right now.
Some of the cells actually have like proper full wooden doors, so you'd have to listen in on them. From this place, you can go many other places because, in case you forgot the Warren's overview, D goes to all kinds of places. I mean, it makes sense. This is where they keep people, and people need to be places.
Well, we could go from here to I, then to J, then to G, there to E, check out F,
Mm-hmm.
the second G.
You want to see everything.
Yeah, well, if you want to make a very thorough job of clearing this place out.
It doesn't seem that there's anyone here, so you're safe on that part.
Well, make sure everything is completely cleared out, and
All right, you're taking
Yep.
care of business. All right, then I get to give you some money. To be specific, you find 30 gold pieces as you look around the place. You find some scattered coins left and right, a few on a table where they played some cards. Another thing you find is that one of the cells that isn't like none of the cells that are just bars are used because they're not very good privacy, except for one of them, within which you find a human being, a living person, stripped of their weapons, armor, and equipment, down to their skivvies, and left to sit on the cold dungeon floor. Judging by the small wounds on his feet, the rats may have been nibbling at him. He smells of gardenias and is in a daze, curled up. Alive and breathing, though.
which one of you guys take the lead on this one? It is not my field of expertise.
Alright. Is he locked up in the cell?
The cell does appear to have like a sort of knot tied around it, so it keeps it in place.
It's a
Kind
prisoner to him.
So
He doesn't seem to be
I-
having a good time now.
I want to ask him, hey, are you alive?
He doesn't immediately respond.
I think he's dead.
Eh, I'll just untie the knot and get in.
Yeah.
As you pull the knot, it opens, like it unties, and then a whole bunch of wooden marbles scatter out on the ground.
Ah, good. I'm gonna need to be careful to just slide my feet on the ground so I don't trip on the marbles.
Sweep them up.
As you do, he realizes what's going on and looks up slowly and sees individuals he doesn't know who don't smell of flowers. Within seconds, he stands up and throws himself at Quarian, who is probably the one standing closest to him.
Just gonna pat his back and make sure he doesn't fall over.
By the Emperor, friendly faces, with the very least less vicious faces.
How long have you even been down here?
I've been missing for a few days. That's more than enough to lose your spirit. In a place as dark as this, where the rats bite at your feet from the dark.
Well, good on you for lasting this long. We're just making sure everything's cleared out. We've already checked most of the entrance, but I'm not sure if any of them have moved back there. You can either stick with us or try to leave through the western entrance, the one that's not caved in.
If you've not run into any of them yet, I should be able to make my way there just fine.
Oh, and
Yeah,
there's
yeah, we
there's
get away.
a captive tied up at the entrance. Don't mind him. We'll take care of him later.
What were you going to say, Belmore?
Just we cleared the way, so
Oh my
you
goodness.
should be able to make your way out.
You are most kind, so kind, so kind.
You might want to scavenge some shoes and stuff here first, maybe.
No, there's something you must know. There is danger. There are strange things down here. One of them has managed to get those clocky click machines working again. And there's the spider on 2 legs, who's muttering about the return of someone.
Uh,
I don't
figures for the pay, this
do
wouldn't be
legs.
just a simple clear out job. I'm just going to make a note of that.
Spider on 2 legs.
They walk like a person, but they still look very much like a spider.
Hmm. Uh, how many how many of those clockwork things would you say they have?
Let's take a look-see at the encounter table as is designed for players of your level. They have access to... I still think it's cute, though one of the things is called an uncomfortably large spider. They really do love just naming things funny things. Let's see, what am I looking for? Ah, here we go. They seem to have about 4 of them. And 2 of them seem to be not quite fixed up yet, but the other 2 worked fine. From what he knows, they've been mostly using them to guard their treasure hoard.
Right.
On the
Sense.
bright side, that means if we find clockwork soldiers, we know where the shinies are.
Yeah, that's
Marvelous.
good positive thinking.
Well, yeah, she probably should just escort him out ourselves instead of just pointing him in the right direction.
We'll consider that also part of your full rest and call it there for today. How about that?
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Okay.
Full heal up, Goober.
yeah, I could use some food.
Excellent. Our heroes escort the prisoner from this place. To some
Yeah.
applause of the workers outside, of course, as well as the fine fellow they've made an arrest of. Naturally,
That's all.
this comes with another benefit, which is, as I said, every session that goes by and you don't level up, you do get an incremental increase. Get some hit points.
Yeah, probably just get hit points. I kind of need those.
I think I'll go for spell.
If you get one at that level, you're gonna be next. You can take it. You can take it. You can take it. Man, what are my lungs? Actually, it's my throat. But let's see.
Yeah, can have one more first level spell.
Oh yeah, you always get one more. Ah, that's cute. I mean, hey, a few extra hit points never killed anyone. Corey in the 39. Full heal up, just click the full heal up button and it takes care of all of it.
Ah, feels good not having red on my sheet.
Well, maybe take some more per battle powers and you'll see a bit more red. Alrighty tidy then.
Should I take Ray of Frost? That's another at will.
Ooh. Ray of Frost. What does it do? Let's see.
It's cold damage.
Brrr. Oh, it's just damage. Cool.
Yeah. Well, it's more damage than the magic missile, if it hits.
Intelligence plus level versus PD. And magic missile is just 2d. Yeah, that's better. Also, it can crit.
Right, yeah. Well, the magic missile can crit if you take the champion feat for it.
Roll a d20 when you use the spell. If you roll a natural 20, the missile crits and does double damage. Rolling a 1 is not a fumble. This only sees if you... Oh, that's pretty cute.
Yeah.
I roll exclusively to see if I'm really good at it. Adventurer feat. You can choose the targets. Oh, that's good. Split it in half. That's a goofy one. Nice. Don't know what this guy's deal is, but he does have wizardly aura to him.
Otherwise, I can confidently say we at least have sorted out more than a third of the amphitheater / arena.
The Warrens. I mean, yeah, it kind of depends on what you're going to run into and what's actually down here, but so far things are clearing up nicely.
We only have a little bit of the north with H left, then
I mean, not everything has anything in it, so...
yeah. It's about 5 areas, and if not everything has something in it, it's about 3 or 4 areas.
After
left
that,
to-
you level up. You're going to be bigger, better boys.
The best
You're
boys.
going to get paid. You're going to be invited to the grand opening.
The best boy squad.
Things are working out great. Nobody died. Nobody ate a big old shit sandwich.
Even though I dropped down to 1.
And that is why I say if you had inspired courage and a bard, you would have been dead.
But since we gain these incremental advances often, doesn't that mean that when we actually get a level, we get too much power?
No, when you get a level, you clear the incremental advances as well.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
You get to reassign it if you want to, but...
Okay, perfect.
I mean, you can get bonus. It's not like I can't just give you another feat if I want to.
Yes, it's an half level. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the idea. Yes, it's because
Yeah,
experience systems will inherently have flaws, and the system's like we don't want those flaws. We want the other flaws.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I look at.
incremental.
I keep looking at these encounter tables, and they're so big. They're like 3 times first level, and it goes all the way up to 6 times second level. Whew. Numbers go up.
They go up.
Well, next time, will our heroes clear the dungeon, or will they need another session? We'll find out then. God.
Find out next time.